Up next for TSM is an old opponent who they haven't faced in quite a long time in NRG, and I'm excited to talk about it, so let's talk some TSM. Welcome back, everybody, to our Thursday edition of Talking TSM, and we're going to be talking about NRG, a team that, well, TSM haven't played since the late to mid 20 teens, which is kind of crazy to think about. It's been that long since NRG have been in. Their jerseys were like super neon pink and stuff back then, very different than what we're seeing now with the blue. And they are a team that is also 1-2, but through a major game against our previous opponents, Immortals, in week one. And then also they got, I forgot about this, perfect game in their first game as well, which is obviously problematic. But I do think that this team is much better than people think, and it's going to take them just a little bit of time to kind of gel, to meld. But once they do, you got to remember the top three members of CLG in Dokla Contracts and Palafox, they've been playing together for about 2 years now. And they have found success. They know what they need to do to be successful. And it's been, interesting to see them, maybe struggle a little bit to kind of connect with FBI and Ignar, even though both of them have a 95% kill participation right now, which is kind of crazy to think about. And so I think going into this game, it's going to be really important for TSM to try to, create that schism, that divide between the, three players who've been playing together for a while and the newer ones who seemingly have a pretty good, I don't know, synergy right now, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And the player that I'm going to be looking at heading into this game is going to be FBI, the man himself. I think consistent, as literally as consistent as it gets when it comes to 80 carries in the LCS. FBI has been not like the best. He was for a little bit there, especially after Doublelift retired the first time, or I guess maybe the second time. But he's been that guy. He is Mr. Reliable. He is old reliable. Like, you put him in the bot lane, and you know that he is going to, stay even in his lane. He's going to make some plays in team fights, and he is going to pump out damage. That's just what he does. He rarely has major pop-off moments, though, and that's where things can get a little dicey. And I think that TSM, will need to take advantage of this, because otherwise he's just going to roll over them with, again, just being consistent. He'll get a double kill here, double kill there, pick off somebody here, make a nice play in the bot lane to get himself an advantage there. Like, he's a solid player, and I think that TSM are going to have to be wary of that. With that, I think that's going to come down to Chime. Ignar, in my opinion, is the weakest player on this team. While he looked good, he looked better, not completely back to his top three form, at the support position a couple years ago, but he looks pretty good so far. And I'm really believing that Chime is going to be the one that's going to have to break up that synergy and try to put the pressure on Ignar, and FBI to make some plays. Whether or not he's going to be able to do that, I really don't know. And it's not that I don't have confidence in him. It's more about the rest of the team and the way the map state's going to be. But I think that if he can help Wild Turtle get an advantage in lane, and I know roaming supports were not as big on the last patch, but I'm hearing melee supports are coming back in this split, or for the rest of the split potentially, but at least on this patch, that may allow him more to play some Rakans, to play some Nautilus, maybe something like even a Leona comes out. I don't know, Rel, right, where he's able to get around on the map and actually, really, I think, do what he does best, which is affect all the other lanes. So I really do think that this is going to be beneficial for TSM. I wouldn't be surprised to see Xayah Rakan as our picks. in the bot lane, and that would allow him to feel very comfortable, especially post 6 on Xayah, to start moving around the map. So with that, I am actually gonna pick an upset here, and I'm gonna pick TSM to win this. I don't know why. I don't even remember if on my picks I ended up picking them. I'm pretty sure I picked NRG, but I don't know. I woke up this morning and I chose Chaos. I really do think there's something about this TSM team that's gonna make things fine. I think Hanser is going to be able to handle what's going on in the top lane with Dokla. I think Boogie, again, has been playing pretty well, even though Contracts is right there with him in kill participation. I think that there's just something about him that's going to make things go well. Palafox has really gotten off to a cold start. I think Insanity can take advantage of that. And like I said, I think our bot lane can put pressure on FBI and Ignar, specifically through Chime. And I really think it's going to be Chime and Boogie who propel us to a win here. So I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. And we got one more episode coming out on Friday, so make sure you don't miss that. And with that, I'll catch you guys on the next one.